Hello, wonderful people. It's another edition of your Sorrow Sports Business Show on television. My name is Gidi Olaniro, and the show is Sport Exchange. Great to be back. On today's show, it's going to be a conversation between myself and a sportpreneur. Yes, someone who is one of those who are tinkering a new club in Lagos. We have many of them. So I will be engaging with a sportpreneur who is doing something as far as football is concerned. So if you love football, then we have more than we're bargained for in Lagos. We'll go on a short break, and when we'll come back, my guest will be joining me from another part of our studio. Don't go away.
Fantastically finished.
Welcome back. If you're based in Lagos, you will agree with me. There was a time when we were looking for football clubs at some point, because gone are the days when we had the stationary stars, the Urbantas, and some other the VIPs. We used to have those great clubs of the good old days then. But at some point, there was a hiatus. We just didn't have any of those clubs. We were experiencing a hiatus in Lagos as far as football is concerned, but it appears we have more than we bargained for now. We have many of those clubs springing forth. So, Lagos, Lagosians, are you ready to have more than you bargained for? Anyway, today we'll be having a conversation around the latest club to join the area of clubs that Lagos will be parading. Yes, we have some clubs. We have good news that there is a club in Lagos already playing in the Premier League. That's talking about the Nigerian Professional Football League. We have about 6 of them that will be playing in the Nigerian National League. That's the NNL. So today, on the show, I'll be talking to an executive director of one of the clubs, one of the latest clubs in Lagos, and one of the clubs you will be seeing play in the Nigerian National League this season. Okay? All right. Joining me from other part of the studio is the executive director, Inter Lagos FC, Larry Vigo. Larry Vigo, thank you very much for joining me. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much. I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. It's exciting to have you in the studio. Some days ago, you broke the news on the internet about how you were launching Inter Lagos FC. All right, maybe we should start from this. Tell me or tell us about your journey into sports business.
Thank you very much again. So sports has been my life ever since I was like 10. I've just been obsessed with football and sports in general. I was very, very active in secondary school, in A-levels, in university. I even went ahead, I played semi-professional football in England. So I always knew that, it was always at the back of my mind that once I was done with my playing career, I would go into the business side of sports. And my first venture was actually starting a sports agency, which is called Plug Sports, where we manage the likes of Toby Amuson, Asisat Oshoala, Henry Onyekuru, Uchenna Kanu. We have 2 new big signings coming up, which I know everyone is going to be very excited about. So I've always said to myself that I would own a football club at some point in life, and I'm privileged. God has blessed me that now is the time for me to venture into this new adventure.
Fantastic, Larry. Okay, you recently, to the question now, you recently announced that you're starting a football club. That's the Inter Lagos FC.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So growing up, just before I moved to England for A-levels, I was, like I said, I was a huge football fan, and I used to follow the CAF Champions League. I used to see the likes of Enyimba playing in it regularly, and I always just thought to myself that, you know, Lagos, there's something missing. We don't have enough clubs. We don't have our own that should be representing us. At least, well, in my lifetime, or since I've been born, there hasn't been one standout Lagos team. And also moving to London, seeing that in London there's like, I don't know, 6 top professional football clubs. And I thought to myself, you know what, Lagos, we need to have this. We need our own. We want a club that Lagosians can be proud of. And I had a meeting with my 2 other partners, the 2 other co-founders of Inter Lagos, and that's how the whole idea came about. We noticed that Nigeria, Lagos was thriving with entertainment. Why not sport? Let sports also be thriving. Entertainment has been carrying Nigeria in the back for a long time. It's even gone global, and with Inter Lagos, we want a club that would also take Nigerian football global.
Wow, that would be great and that's quite thoughtful of you guys. And I'm going to ask you again. What then? If we have we've had some clubs, of course, this is now the time you guys are announcing Inter Lagos FC. So, what sets Inter Lagos FC apart from the others? Because I know that we have some other clubs too.
I think the name already, Inter Lagos. When you're mentioning the likes of Inter Milan, Inter Miami, we want a situation where you have to say Inter Lagos. Lagos is one of the most popular cities in the world. We want something we want a club that Lagos can be proud of. I mean, we want a club that when you're talking about, oh, I'm going to Lagos, you're coming to Lagos because you've heard about, okay, the nightlife is amazing. You've also heard the football is amazing because of Inter Lagos.
Wow, that would be great. So there is a twist to what we have. We used to have entertainment, music, but now we're going to be having a dose of football. Anyway, what are maybe you can talk us through the vision, your short term, your mid term, as well as your long term goals for this project, because I know it's going to be massive with your background.
Yes, we have a lot of amazing things we want to do with this club. We want this club to outlive us. We don't want a case where the club is folding maybe in the next 5 years or 10 years. No, we want something that will go on and on and on. Our children, something that when a young child is growing up, they're saying, I want to play for Inter Lagos. So that is the sort of football club we want to have. We want to be a football team that has our own stadium. You know, in Lagos, we have a serious lack of infrastructure. There are not enough stadiums in Lagos, and we're looking to build our own stadium, something we can call our own home, where we can, all the ideas that we have, we can put it in place in the club. We want this club to be the sort of club like is producing talents for the national team. When you look at the national team, we want a case where there's maybe like 6 players that have come through Inter Lagos that are playing for the national team. If you look at the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, these teams always have players in the national team. This is what we want. It's high time Nigeria has those sort of players, or has a club that produces those sort of players. We want a club. The plan is to have this club be like, players don't even want to go abroad. You want to say we want a situation where everyone is looking forward to playing for Inter Lagos. They're not looking to go abroad to go and play in the other leagues. They know that, okay, what in Inter Lagos they are getting everything the best, 100%. 100%. What's the word? 100% attention they are all getting at Inter Lagos.
All right. Okay. Let's go on a short break now. When we come back, of course, Larry Vigo is still here with me, the Executive Director, Inter Lagos FC, and we shall continue our conversation right after this time out.
Fantastically finished.
Barring last-minute changes, the Nigerian Women Football League will start on November 15th, 2023. So recently they had their annual general meeting. So where the new chairperson was able to unveil a plan for the season as well as a plan for women football. There is the agenda of the Women Football Rising that the board of the Nigerian Women Football League the board is preaching about the Women Football Rising. Okay, let's just take a break to see how the annual General Assembly went down, and we will return after that.
It's all about women football and its future. An all-inclusive meeting with delegates representing the different tiers of Women Football League present to think around the game, attracting huge interest from all stakeholders.
Ensure that the referees are well remunerated at the right time. Ensure safety of the officials. Ensure that the teams are run professionally. And I have no doubt that the board will be run professionally. With those things, people will come to look for the women football, not the other way around, I assure you. Because women football, as I said a few years ago, look where it is today. I said this how many years ago, that's the next big thing, and it's proven so. If you do the right things, women football is very appealing as something to sponsor, something to be a part of.
Riding on the wave of acceptance women football has garnered globally in recent times, the Nigerian Women Football League Board is taking advantage of that to drive a local impact campaign through initiatives like Football and the Girl Child, Sisterhood campaign, He for She campaign, and a class-to-pitch collaboration with Sports Business Institutes.
The whole point of the familiarization tour is to sell this Women's Football Rising agenda. This is the part that you states are going to have to do in this. This is the part that we on the NWFL are going to do. This is the part that corporate organizations will do. This is the part that individuals will do. If you do your part, I do my part, everybody does his part, then the Women's Football Rising agenda will achieve its objectives. So I learned, from my experience with the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, that stakeholder engagement is the best, the most efficient way, the most effective way of getting buy-in into whatever change management we are trying to do.
So I think what we take away is the need to rise, make women's football rise higher and higher to heights it's never seen. And that will require different stakeholders from financial backgrounds, financial, commercial, legal, sustainability on our side, and others to redefine and transform what Nigerian women's football would and should be.
Nigeria remains one of women's football powerhouse in Africa, and to compete favorably on the global scene, those who administer the game must pay attention to the domestic growth.
You know, I've been a grassroots person, and I told you earlier, my boss, the Minister for Sports, is a grassroots person. He's a grassroots man. I'm working with him. I want to assure you, you're going to see a lot of difference in grassroots sports in Nigeria.
Barring any unforeseen circumstances, the Women Football League will kick off on November 5th, 2023. Jide Olaniro, TV 360 Nigeria.
Welcome back. It's still Sport Exchange, your always sports business show on TV. And my guest on the show today is the Executive Director of Inter Lagos FC. And his name is Larry Vigo. And we've been talking about Inter Lagos FC. And Larry, I know that you could just have sat back just operating an academy Are you guys still going to look at the academy side of things, or you just want to do it professionally by playing in the league?
Oh no, for sure. We're definitely going to have an academy, not just even a boys' academy. It's also going to be a girls' academy. We're looking at everything is a gradual process. The long-term vision is to have a proper sports team that for boys and girls, really from the age of, let's say, age 10, because those are the key ages that you have to start training young sports stars. We see it abroad. The likes of the biggest teams in the world have sports teams from the ages of age 10, even from age 6. So this is something that we're definitely looking at and we're looking to do.
All right. Okay. Running a football club is capital intensive, and how you guys hope to navigate this, because it's very tricky?
Certainly. It's not easy, especially in this terrain. But another reason why Inter Lagos is different is because it's also a community club. We're all very young. I myself, I'm just 33. My other co-founders too are around the same age. Luckily, we've been blessed to have successful businesses. So obviously, we're putting in some of our own money into the club, but we also have some investors into the club. It's not easy running a football club, but we're going to make it successful. We're going to make it easy.
All right. That's very, very courageous of you there, and I'm optimistic too that you will get all the support. Finally, before you let it go, I know there is no way you will have this kind of project without having the buy-in of the body that runs football in the States. That's talking about the Lagos FA. What's the partnership between the Lagos FA and Inter Lagos FC?
So when we announced the club, we had a meeting with the Lagos State FA chairman and his vice chairman, and we explained the vision to them, which they bought in, and so far they've been very supportive of us. They like the fact that more young people are looking to more young people are looking to have football clubs, because they know we have fresh ideas, so they're just going to use their experience, their wisdom to guide us through. So far, I'll say they've been quite helpful.
All right, and I don't know whether this is the place to look at. Recently, I just saw a memo where some of the clubs will have to be coughing out as much as ₦500,000 for playing football, or for during your playing days, or the match day. Yeah, let me put it that way. The match day where you will have to pay the FA like almost ₦500,000 per match day. Is that not too? What do you think about that? I don't know whether you're comfortable with that.
I mean, we're speaking with the FA in regards to that. They know what we feel about it, and I know that they're very reasonable people. They're football people. They want the best for Lagos. So I know that the thoughts that we've shared with them, they would look into it and give us the help we need.
All right. That's I've been talking to the executive director of Inter Lagos FC, Larry Vigo. Larry, I just want to say thank you very much for being a part of the show today, and thanks for honoring my invitation. And I hope that we also will be there to support you guys, because it's going to be a long road, but I pray it's not that tortuous. Larry.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and it's nice to know that we'll have your support, because it's very important. The media plays a very key role in this, especially like telling our story, letting people know, okay, this is what we're facing, this is how the club is progressing. So it's really encouraging to hear this, and thank you again for having me on the show. I look forward to coming back again soon.
All right, that's it. Thank you very much for being part of my day. Yeah, this show really makes my day. I hope it did for you too. Let's do this some other time. Till I come your way. Next time, I'm yours truly today, tomorrow, of the future in sports business, Jide Olaniran.